Shalom. First and foremost, I'm give all praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Now, double honors unto the elders and apostles, a great millstone that taught us just 100% true doctrine. Shalom to you, few and faithful aquats. Shalom to you, brothers, pushing this word in sincerity and truth, rendering your life and risking your life, rendering your body as a living sacrifice. Right? So basically this video here is just going on into showing this Amalekite, the so-called white man. He's off, they is not the chosen people, and also nobody can just join this because the Lord dealt with a specific people. This wasn't that the whole world could just be an Israelite. The whole world is gonna go to the kingdom and have fun, because just being an Israelite on the whole, it had a lot of attributes pursuant to Romans 9 and 4. And the fake Jews, as the Lord speak in Revelation, and he say they that say they are Jews and are not, But hey, let me play the video and we'll go into some precepts.
We know the history. We gave our lives to write down all the truth. Now, the truth is that there were very, very evil, naughty Jews along history. Definitely, we're not trying to say, no, all Jews are righteous. Jews never sinned. No, only Jesus never sinned, guys. To your fake imagination, to your craziness that you're making up. Jews with Jesus. Listen, Jews are not going with Jesus. Jews does not believe in Jesus. Jews knows the truth about Jesus. Jews knows the...
Well, first, he said that the Lord, Yahweh Shai Mashiach, never sinned. But we know through that he being the Messiah in that reincarnation, he hadn't sinned. But throughout his other regenerations, as Solomon, as Adam, he went off. So that's why he had to pay for those acts that he committed. That is why the precept in the book of I'll just get it quick. Matthew 19:17, where he says, why callest thou me good? There is not one good, there is none good but one. Let me just bring it. The book of Matthew 19:17. It say, and he said unto him, why callest thou me good? There is none good but one, that is Yahweh. But but if thou wilt enter into life, keep the commandments. So yeah, Yahweh Shai in the incarnation, coming back as the deliverer, he didn't went off, he didn't sin. But in his other, reincarnation, he went off, just a precept there, and another one in Surah 7:20. Right? So Ecclesiastes 7:20, it says, for there is not a just man upon earth that doeth good and sinneth not. Yeah, because at some point in time we all fell off. We all fell off at a point in time. Right? I'm gonna get back at it.
Jews knows the truth about Jesus. Jews knows that Jesus messed up, and it's okay. You have all the archives that Jesus never sinned, guys. To your fake imagination, to your craziness that you're making up. Jesus Jews with Jesus, listen, Jews are not going with Jesus. Jews does not believe in Jesus. Jews knows the truth about Jesus.
Right, well, he says Jews didn't believe on the Lord, but hey, many believed. You know, many, when the Lord walked and preached, many believe upon him. You know, many believe upon the gospel. Right, that's why he had disciples, you know, followers, etc., and they believed upon him. I'll bring a precept soon for that.
Jews knows that Jesus messed up, and it's okay. You have all the archives that you for generations tried to burn, made gigantic bonfires, putting all the Gemarot, all the Talmud, all our Bibles, all our books, trying to burn it. For what? Why do you burn?
And typical Esau. As the precept say in the book of Psalms, you know, the wicked is estranged from the womb. They go it about the as the born the speak lies. Since when did we infiltrate and oppress a man and his heritage and burn his books and these things? We don't have to do that because we know the books was given unto us. You know, the Torah, the 5 books of Moses, the laws, statutes, and commandments was given unto us. So why would we infiltrate and burn their books and try to hide the truth from them when they have nothing to do with this Bible in a form of they being the Israelites, they being saved? You know, why would we hide the truth from you? And you don't have nothing to do with the, 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 the salvation to come or even being an Israelite.
Holy books. Why are you burning holy books? Because you don't want to hear what it is really written over there. You got a clue what is written in the Talmud. Guys, you don't have a clue what is written in the Talmud.
Right, so well, the Talmud was books written by Jews, comprised, you know, a way to live. You know, I will just pull it up in Google to show the edification. Bear with me just a moment. Right here, it's the Hebrew term Talmud, study or learning, commonly refers to a compilation of ancient teachings regarded as sacred and normative by Jews from the time it was compiled until modern times, and still so regarded by traditional religious Jews. So the Talmud, you know, I also believe that is also the calls the Bible. You know, I think that relates that to, I believe, could be the Old Testament, just the Talmud versus the Torah. So the Talmud is a record of the rabbinic debates in the 2nd to 5th century on the teachings of the Torah, both trying to understand how they apply and seeking answers for the situation they themselves were encountering. Right? Let's say the Torah is used in the general sense of to include both rabbinic Judaism's written and oral law, serving to encompass the entire spectrum of authoritative Jewish religious teachings throughout the history, include the oral Torah, which comprises the Mishnah, the Talmud, and Midrash, and more. Right, so basically, the Torah includes the Talmud, to the teachings and stories and, you know, events that took place. Right, so it coincides.
What is written in the Talmud?
I mean, and hey, let's take a look in history, right? They they are the ones known to burn books. Just as they went to burn Jerusalem, they was burning the books. There's records of that in I think Babylon to Timbuktu. We must see Habakkuk 2 and 5. This is the nature of these Edomites. Let's see. Um, Micah. Right, the book of Micah 2 and 2. It say, and they covered fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. And I will you did Esau Edom, you, you took our lands, you named it after yourselves, you know. The the precept in I think in the Psalms. Bear with me just a moment. I'll have to research that I'm gonna search it. Look at Psalms 49 and 11. It said the inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever and their dwelling place to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. So it is recorded about your characteristics, Esau, Edom. You oppress a man and even his heritage, because you you disguise yourself and play to be everyone. You infiltrate a man, heritage, and you disguise yourself and say, well, you is the Israelites, you is the Jews. Revelation I think is 2. Revelation 2 and 9, it says, I know thy works I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich, and I know the blasphemy, because what is lies. That's why the scripture said the wicked are streamed from the womb. I'll bring that precept. Right? Psalms 58, it said the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. And that way you found your kingdom upon. Lies. I think that is in the book either Micah or Malachi. Or it says go to Nahum can. It says, woe to the bloody city, it is all full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not. And that way you build your city upon. Robberies. You rob a man. Oppress his heritage. You take his lands. You name it after yourselves. Right? Your lies. All your theology. You're made up, Job 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Right? He covered the faces of the judges thereof. You self wanna, whitewash everything, with your white supremacy. Right? You wanna whitewash everything and include yourself in everything and take away the true judges. That's why you paint Paul, the apostles, and we know, isn't it obvious, they would have corrupted the names of the disciples, because if Paul say he's a Israelite of the tribe of Benjamin, he also is an Israelite, the seed of Abraham. It's only obvious he would have a Hebrew name because he knew his heritage, he knew who he was, right? So we know all these things was corrupted, but it's all well. The Lord left us, the scriptures say, um, we know all things. So hey, the Lord actually, he making these secrets known unto the prophets. Amos 3. Right? So all we need to know for salvation, the Lord exposing it. It's his truth gonna spring out of the earth. Also the knowledge of the Lord gonna overflow in the earth, as the water in the sea, just roughly paraphrasing. Right? Let me see here. I was getting right to Nehemiah 3 and 1. Woe to the bloody city, it is all full of lies and robbery, the prey depart not. Alright. I'm gonna get back at the Revelation. Revelation 2 and 9. I'll read that back. It says, I know thy works and thy tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. And we know these Edomites, the elites, they set it up to be so. They get rid of our people to slavery, and they came in and took our heritage over, claimed themselves to be the Jews, put themselves in place of us. And hey, look, he even admit, because we are more to watching that video. Right? Let me play back the vid. Continue.
Beautiful side curls. You will see that Yaakov Avinu had the face of an angel, the face of Yaakov, with two beautiful side curls are carved on the throne of honor.
And we know, as according to Paul, concerning the long hair, as you mentioned, beautiful side curls. These things are for women. These things are for women. Let's see here. 1 Corinthians 11. Right? The Apostle Paul, and the scriptures say Paul had a mind after the Hamashiach. I think Paul himself was taught of the Hamashiach. 1 Corinthians 11:14. It say that not even nature itself teacheth you that if a man have long hair, it is a shame unto him. So yeah, the so-called beautiful curls and this that Edomite wanna push. That's off. And surely our forefathers wasn't condoning these type of things, men having long hair and these things. It said, but if a woman have long hair, it is a glory to her, for her hair is given her for a covering. Right? So yeah. So it said, but if any man seems to be contentious, we have no such custom. So the church of the Lord, the Israelites, they don't have a custom of having men being with long hair. It's in neither the churches of Yahweh Hashem Yeshai. So the men is not to have no long hair. Right?
You will be ashamed of yourself for even bringing it to your mouth that we are fake Jews. Then been sacrificed for that. What are you talking about? Try to start making a war against your own siblings to your claim that you are our brothers. You want to be the only Israelites? Come on. Only black? You think only black? Only black. Only black.
and that's just what they use, they always use the black Hebrew Israelites as a front, but up to now none of us at Great Millstone, haven't mentioned only the Hebrew Israelites are black. But we bring precepts that like the Jeremiah that say the Lord's heritage is like a speckled bird, you know. Um the precept and all which describes Israel as a cake, you know, but which refers to Israel have many different colors, all shades, different shades. Let me see if I got a picture. But look at this here. It said the lost tribe of Israel are scattered and colorful. You see very dark brown, which look like brass burnt in a fiery furnace. There's brown, light brown, until goes up to even to the color that looks like Esau Edom, you know? Because look at the so-called Spanish, the northern kingdoms, Asha. Look at their skin color, close to the white, the so-called white man own, but they are Israelites, you know, and there's a lot of Israelites with light colors, and there's also Israelite foreigners. For example, I sleeping with a white woman, and my child come out with a kind of curly hair, and he slept with another white woman, you know that child come out with straight hair, and that same child slept with another white woman, and that child come out straight, looking plainly just like a Edomite. That child is a Israelite, you know, by blood through his forefathers. That's why Moses say, because when the mixed multitude came out of Egypt, there was a lot of different people, But Moses let everybody declare who they were by the fathers. The book of, I think in Numbers 1 and 18, by the pedigree of their fathers. Let's say, right. Is that? Bear with me just a moment. I in Deuteronomy Salakia is Numbers 1 and 18. Right, and they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20-year-old and upward by their polls. So that is it, like how they knew who were Israelites, by the pedigree of the father, to the lineage of the forefathers going up, you know. So right. And I'm sure Esau Edom would see that, hey, this guy here is Amalek, you know. This guy here is not an Israelite. And look at his face expression when he says,
only black. Try to start making a war against your own siblings to your claim that you are our brothers. You want to be the only Israelites? Come on. Only black. You think only black? Only black. Only black. Because
look at his expression when he says that, because he know it could be that he paid off Or he just supports, that they are the Israelites as well, they are the Jews, you know?
Tribes were born in Africa. This is the power of imagination that is closing your mind from understanding the truth. It's written on Avraham Avinu that when he was walking with Sarah, his wife, in Egypt, and the Egyptians wanted to kidnap Sarah, he was afraid that they will do so. And Rashi, the holy commentary on the Bible, the holy commentary on all the oral Torah, is bringing from ancient Midrashim the answer to that reason. Because Abraham knew that Sarah was white and the Egyptians were black, and that's why he was scared that they will like her so much, because she was unique, because she was special, because they never saw someone white before. And Sarah was so beautiful that Abraham decided to hide her. And when it's written about Tzipporah, the wife of Moshe, that she was Ha'isha HaKushit, that she...
First to begin with, Sarah could never have been white, because the term white still wasn't invented back then, There were different nations back then, There wasn't no one being called white back then, and also Sarah, Abraham's wife, was actually his sister, whereby Sarah was Abraham's father daughter, right? Genesis 20, right, and 1. I was start at 2. It says, and Abraham said to Sarah his wife, she is my sister. And Abimelech, king of Gerar, sent and took Sarah. But Yahweh came to Abimelech in a dream by night and said unto him, behold, thou art but a dead man for the woman that thou hast taken, for she is a man's wife. But Abimelech had not come near her, so he didn't sleep with her, he didn't have sex with her. And he said, Lord, wilt thou slay also a righteous nation? Said he, not unto me, she is my sister. So Abimelech was pleading with the Lord and saying, hey, this man said that is his sister. He don't know nothing about that is her man's wife. And she even herself said, he is my brother. In the integrity of my heart and in the sincerity of my hands have I done this. So Abimelech was pleading and saying he didn't know, in a sense that where he was, the information he was given that, hey, that is a man's brother and that is his sister. So, he see she and took her. And Yahweh said unto him in a dream, yea, I know that thou didst this in the integrity of thy heart, for I also withheld thee from sinning against me, therefore suffer I thee not to touch her. Now therefore restore the man his wife, for he is a prophet. And that's it. Abraham, our forefather, was a prophet, is a prophet. And he shall pray for thee, and thou shalt live. And if thou restore her not, know that thou shalt surely die, thou and all that are dying. So the Lord would have killed Abimelech and his full lineage. Therefore Abimelech rose early in the morning and called all his servants and told all these things in the ears, and the men were so afraid. Then Abimelech called Abraham and said unto him, why hast thou done unto us? What hast thou done unto us? And what have I offended thee, that thou hast brought on me and on my kingdom a great sin? That thou hast done deeds unto me that ought not to be done. And Abimelech said unto Abraham, what sawest thou that thou hast done this thing? And Abraham said, because I thought surely the fear of Yahweh is not in this place, and they will slay me for my wife's sake. Right? And yet indeed she is my sister, she is the daughter of my father. So you hear who it is. Sarah is the daughter of Abraham's father, so making them, so it's obvious she could not be an Edomite. you know, or Amalekite, right? Because Esau only came about from the lineage from Isaac and Rebecca, and she surely wouldn't have been white, because why? White wasn't even no way in that time, right? But not the daughter of my mother, and she became my wife, you know, right? So I'll cut that there.
She was a black woman. So the explanation for that was not that she was black, was that she was sticking out in the crowd like a black person in white crowd, because everyone there were white. I'm sorry to break your assumptions, and we are.
Wow, and these men are unlearned men, you know, because we know back then, to be so-called white, or the color Esau, Edom, it would be leprosy. Leprosy, a leper, which is a curse. You know, just as how the Lord actually cursed Cain. And his lineage, right? Um, and that is you, Esau, Edom. You know, the same spirit that came upon you all back again. You know, the same leprous look, pale, dead look.
Not claiming that black people are not Jews. We have many siblings that are Jews and are black. People from Ethiopia that are definitely Jewish. And guys, in Judaism, you have that mitzvah of conversion. People from different nations can convert and join the Jewish community. People from different nations can convert and join the Jewish community. And if black people or white people, and who cares, from all kinds, from all variety of skin colors, like someone cares about.
I want to give all the praises and the honor.
You know, and I'll cut it there. You know, we know anybody can just join the congregation. You know, Ayah Shem Shai, look, let me get here. The book, right? Deuteronomy 23:2, it says, a bastard shall not enter into the congregation of the Lord, not even to his 10th generation shall he not enter into the congregation of the Lord, an Ammonite or Moabite. So these, you know, the Japanese, the Chinese, you know, they won't, they cannot enter. They cannot just come and join the community, being an Israelite or being a Jew. You know, it's even to their 10th generation shall he not enter into the congregation of the Lord forever. Right? Also, book of Psalms 147. Right? And we bring these precepts out a lot. You know, Psalms 147:19, it says, he shoot his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgment unto Israel. He hath not dealt so with any nation. So the Lord didn't come and say, well, all nations could be Israelites, all nations could receive the promises, all nations could have the service of the Yahweh Shemir Shai, all nations could would be given the laws, statutes and commandments, you know, and be under the blessing of the kingdom of heaven. It said they have not known them, praise ye the Lord. So you nations don't know. You could pretend you know. And that's what this Amalekite is doing. You know, being a phony, a pretender, you know, they think, well, hey, they are the Israelites too. But it's not so. That's why the Lord say, go unto the war. He is not our match. He is not sent unto He's not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. He's not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Right? Look here. In the book of Amos, it says here this word that the Lord had spoken against you, O children of Israel, not the world, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. So it is the Israelites being punished. The Israelites up to now are under the curses. You know, the Latinos, the so-called Hispanics, the blacks, you know, the Native Americans. They under the whole vibration of being under a proverb and a byword. Just the other day, a so-called Spanish, which is a northern kingdom, came and told me, boy, I don't know, but in Trinidad here, everybody's watch we as dogs, as nasty people. And I tell them, hey, that is just the curses. We just watch the so-called niggers as that too. The same way we thieves, we nasty, we robbers, we killers, you know, and that is just the proverb and the byword, you know. But whereas they watch the so-called white man as, you know, they're the real chosen people, you know. These is God people, God-like people, but they are not. Malachi 1 and 4. The Lord already, you know, set their portion. Malachi 1 and I'll start at 1. The burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi. I loved you, said the Lord. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, said the Lord? Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. So Esau, Edom's heritage is a soul destruction, because Esau goes into Ishashua, which is wasted away, you know, which means wasted away. It says, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. And they did. The Renaissance period, they came back, they come back into power after being in power on many occasions. The Grecian Empire, you know, the Roman Empire, even look, the revived Roman Empire, and you just name it, right? The Ottoman Turks, you know, because Esau Edom came into power under many different other people religions, you know, professing themselves to be Muslims, professing themselves to be Jews, professing themselves to be Christians, and you just name it, because they oppress a man and his heritage, you know. They take up any other's customs and profess themselves to be the ones that created it, the originators of it, right? But he's a damn liar. That's why the Lord say he know the blasphemy. That's to blaspheme is lies, you know, of them that say they are Jews. Right? That say they shall build, but I will throw down. So the same build up, you know, where Esau Edom set up that, you know, they are the Jews, they in the land, all these things, and the prophecies speak about it. The Israelites gonna be scattered. It say we're gonna leave the city and go even unto Babylon. In the book of Micah, you know, Micah chapter 5 or Micah chapter 4. You know, so the Israelites gonna be scattered around the four corners of the earth. Right? It say the border of wickedness. It say, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, the people whom the Lord had indignation forever. And it's the same spirit upon Amalek. Because the same thing the Lord said unto Amalek, he said unto Esau Edom. And Amalek is the head tribe of Esau Edom. When you say Um, and Exodus 17:16. It says, "For he said, because the Lord had sworn that the Lord will have war with Amalek from generation to generation." Right? I read up a bit. It's verse 14. "And the Lord said unto Moses, Write this for a memorial in a book, and rehearse it in the ears of Joshua, for I will utterly put out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven." And Moses built an altar and called the name of it Yahweh Nasi. For he said, because Yahweh had sworn that the Lord will have war with Amalek from generation to generation. You know? So the same thing. The Lord having indignation forever, fierce anger towards, having a mind, having a war, to be against these Amalekites, same as Esau, Edom. Right? I was to bring a precept earlier on concerning um mm, where they burnt our books and these things. Let me just a moment. On many occasions they burned Jerusalem and they burnt our books. I think in the book of Baruch. Let's see. Bear with me just a moment. I think this is Maccabees 156. It say, and when they had rent in pieces the books of the law they found, they burned them with fire, and whosoever was found with any the book of the testament, and if any committed to the law, the king's commandment was that they should be put to death. And we know in that time, the so-called white man was in power. Alexander the Great being a Edomite, Esau, a Edomite, Antiochus, his son, and there's numerous occasions. So they are the ones that is oppress a man, his heritage, burn the books. Come numerous times they burned Jerusalem, and they was in hand with the heathens that burned Jerusalem. I'd say Psalms, remember the children of Edom. Psalms 137:7, it says, remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, erase it, even to the foundation thereof. Right? So this Edomite, this Amalekite that's speaking and saying that they are the Jews, anyone could join. Hey, the scripture plainly says what in Baruch? Give not that which is precious unto thee. Baruch chapter 4:3, it say, give not thine honor to another, for the things that are profitable unto thee. Yeah, it say, nor the things that are profitable unto thee to a strange nation. Well, look at this is the prophet. Deuteronomy 7:6. It say, no, 4 and 6. It says, keep therefore and do them, for this is. I'm going to start at verses 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgment, even as the Lord my power commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it. So no matter what land is scattered or sin, we ought to keep the Lord's statutes and commandments. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. So this is our honor, to be fully respected, to be, regarded as, kings amongst the nation, to be a great nation, is through the law, statute, and commandment, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Right? So this is our wisdom and knowledge and understanding in the sight of the nations. So we ought not to give this to another strange nation. That's why it say the Lord didn't deal with these other nations. So as for his judgment, they don't know that. Also the Psalms say what the wicked to do to declare, his statutes in his mouth. Psalms 50 and 16, it say, but unto the wicked Yahweh said, unto you Amalekites, unto you so-called Edomites, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth? The covenant of being an Israelite wasn't Esau rejected and Jacob was chosen, as it say in Hebrews. Let me just a moment. Hebrews 12:17, it says, for ye know how that afterwards, when he would have inherited. I'm going to start at 16. It says, lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, or you Amalekite, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. For ye know how that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected. So you was rejected. You could never be an Israelite. You could never gain the benefits of being an Israelite either. For he found no place of repentance, though he sought it carefully with tears. So you Edomites, you Amalekites could beat up yourself, cough up yourself, tell us all different kind of things, but you're still not gonna be an Israelite. The Lord said, what you ought to do to declare my covenant, put my covenant into thy mouth. It say, I'll read it back, but unto the wicked Yahweh saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, so that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth, seeing thou hatest instruction and casteth my words behind thee? Yes, because you hate instruction. The scripture says, Psalms 10 and verses 4, the wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after Yahweh. By seeking after the Lord is what? What is love? Love is keeping the Lord's commandment. And you don't have that. You don't take instruction. Yahweh is not in all his thoughts. You don't think about the Lord, you just want to be an Israelite because why? That is the only thing that our people have, our heritage, and to come back to it. Right? You find you haven't taken enough from me already. You had the lands, you name it after yourselves. Your people dwelling in our land and being us, playing to be us, saying they are the Jews. What more you need? You had the world given into your hand. What more you need? I read on down. Let's see. Seeing that thou hatest instruction and casteth my word behind thee. Right? So you could never be a part of this. Alright. With that, I hope this lesson was edifying. Double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutation to you, Archeans, pushing this word in sincerity and truth. You know, hold on strong. We almost there to the end. You know, we actually seeing the prophecies kicking off. Everything that's running, you know, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai. Lord willing, that we endure to the end and we see the kingdom have fun. Until the next one, shalom.